In a world that never stops shouting, where the endless barrage of opinions, notifications, and distractions clamor for your attention, building a mind unbothered by noise is not just a skill, it is a radical act of rebellion. It is a reclaiming of sovereignty over your own consciousness, a refusal to be hijacked by the chaos of external stimuli. This is the fortress of the modern soul, the sanctuary where clarity reigns and distraction falters. Carl Jung understood the peril of an unguarded mind, a psyche vulnerable to the unconscious currents that pull it into confusion, anxiety, and reaction. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to engage in the alchemical process of individuation, transforming the cacophony of the outer world into the harmony of inner wisdom. It is a journey from fragmentation to wholeness, from reaction to presence. Syphoria, the psychological intoxication of endless stimuli and avoidance, tempts you with quick escapes, momentary highs, and surface-level engagement. But this ephemeral buzz only deepens the fracture between your mind and your true self. To rise above the noise, you must resist this allure and cultivate a discipline of deep attention and conscious awareness. Your mindset is the battlefield and the sanctuary. It is here that you must build walls, not of isolation, but of discernment. A mind unbothered by noise does not shut out the world. It filters with precision, choosing what to engage and what to release. This mindset demands rigorous training, daily practices of focus, reflection, and boundary setting that strengthen your mental muscles and sharpen your clarity. Belief is the foundation. Believe that you are worthy of peace, that your mind is a sacred space deserving of protection. This belief fuels the discipline necessary to resist distraction and reclaim your attention from the chaos. Clarity is your compass. It cuts through the fog of overwhelm, revealing what truly matters and what is mere static. With clarity, you recognize the triggers that disrupt your peace and learn to respond rather than react. Vision anchors your mental sanctuary. It is the vivid, compelling image of a mind free from unnecessary disturbance, calm, focused, and deeply present. This vision pulls you away from scattered thinking into a centered state of flow. Purpose fuels your resistance to noise. When your mental energy is aligned with a meaningful mission, trivial distractions lose their grip. Purpose creates a filter, a lens through which you evaluate every input against the standard of your highest goals. Discipline is the daily armor you wear in this battle. It is a commitment to practices that cultivate focused meditation, mindful breathing, deliberate digital detox, selective consumption of information. Discipline transforms fleeting resolve into lasting habit. Action manifests your mental sovereignty. It is the conscious choice to disengage from gossip, outrage, and comparison. It is the courage to say no to noise and yes to silence and reflection. Gratitude nurtures your mental resilience. It grounds you in appreciation for the present moment, fostering a mindset that finds abundance in stillness rather than chaos. Adaptability ensures your mind remains flexible amidst inevitable interruptions. It teaches you to recover swiftly, to return to center after distraction, and to flow with change without losing your peace. Resilience is the fortress of your focus. It empowers you to withstand the relentless assault of external noise and internal agitation, maintaining calm amid storms. Learning keeps your mind evolving and expanding. It invites curiosity and humility, transforming every challenge into an opportunity to deepen your mastery over distraction. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to claim your birthright of clarity and peace in a turbulent world. It is the ultimate act of self-respect and self-mastery, a declaration that your attention is precious, your thoughts sacred, and your inner world inviolable. Rise now to this calling, fortify your mind, and live unshaken amidst the noise, a beacon of calm and clarity in a world of chaos. The mind unbothered by noise is not born from avoidance, but forged in confrontation. It is not the silence of ignorance, but the stillness of profound awareness. It is the art of listening deeply to yourself, to the world, and choosing what deserves your attention and what must be released like drifting leaves on a stream. Nietzsche warned of the dangers of a distracted soul, one fragmented by the endless whirl of external demands. He understood that greatness arises from the power to focus, to cultivate a will so disciplined that it bends reality to its purpose. To build such a mind is to embrace the discipline of presence, to anchor yourself amid the swirling chaos. Syphoria is the enemy of presence. It seduces with endless consumption of news, opinions, entertainment, each a tiny drop of anesthesia, dulling your clarity. But anesthesia is poison to the soul's awakening. To reclaim your mind, you must cultivate the courage to detox, to step back, to endure the quiet that feels like emptiness, but is, in truth, fertile ground. Your mindset is the garden where this transformation grows. Tend it with care. Weed out thoughts that fracture your focus. Plant seeds of intention, resilience, and curiosity. Water them daily with practices that root you in the present mindful breathing, deliberate solitude, conscious consumption. Belief is the sunlight nourishing this garden. Believe that your mind can be a sanctuary, that peace is your natural state, and distraction a habit to be broken. This belief dissolves the chains of self-doubt and fear that tether you to noise. Clarity is the crystal spring that quenches your mental thirst. It reveals the illusions of urgency and importance that clutter your attention. With clarity, you discern what enriches your growth from what depletes your energy. Vision is the North Star guiding your mental discipline. It is the clear image of a focused, serene mind, a lighthouse in the storm, steady and unwavering. This vision compels you to prioritize depth over breadth, quality over quantity. Purpose fuels your resolve. When your mental energy is harnessed to meaningful aims, trivial distractions lose their allure. Purpose is the filter through which you evaluate every thought, every input, every impulse. Discipline is the scaffolding supporting your ascent. It is the daily commitment to protect your attention, to set boundaries with technology, relationships, and your own impulses. Discipline turns fleeting resolve into enduring strength. Action is the declaration of your sovereignty. It is the choice to silence the noise, to cultivate stillness, and to engage with the world on your terms. Through action, your mind becomes unshakable. Gratitude softens this journey, opening your heart to the richness in stillness and the lessons in challenge. Gratitude transforms restraint into joy and discipline into devotion. Adaptability keeps your mind resilient amid life's unpredictability. It teaches you to flow with interruptions without losing your center, to recalibrate quickly and return to focus. Resilience is the fortress that shields your mind from overwhelm. It is the power to recover swiftly from distraction, criticism, and chaos, maintaining calm and clarity. Learning is the lifelong teacher guiding your mastery. It invites humility and curiosity, turning every moment into an opportunity for growth and refinement. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to reclaim your birthright, the freedom to think deeply, to create boldly, and to live fully. Stand now in this power, guard your mind fiercely, and become the calm within the storm, the clarity amidst the chaos, the master of your own attention. The mastery of your mind is not a destination, but a continual pilgrimage, a relentless journey into the depths of your own consciousness. Each day presents new battles against distraction, doubt, and the subtle erosion of focus. Yet with every choice to reclaim your attention, you carve a sanctuary within yourself, a citadel of clarity amidst the relentless noise. Consider the wisdom of Aldous Huxley, who warned that in a world saturated with superficial stimuli, the true revolution is the reclaiming of deep thought and presence. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to engage in this revolution daily, to resist the trivial and elevate the essential. Your psyche, like a finely tuned instrument, must be calibrated through discipline and care. Regular rituals, morning meditation, intentional digital fasting, focused reading are the tuning pegs that keep your mind in harmony. Without these practices, the discord of distraction will drown out your inner melody. Belief remains the bedrock of this process. You must believe that your mind is worth protecting, that your thoughts are sacred, and that your attention is a finite treasure. This belief empowers you to say no to the endless barrage of meaningless inputs and yes to the nourishment of your inner world. Clarity becomes your lens for discernment. It reveals the essential amidst the noise, allowing you to engage fully with what aligns to your highest goals and values. With clarity, you become immune to the manipulation of sensationalism, gossip, and fear-based rhetoric. Vision is your beacon. It illuminates the path through the fog of distraction, guiding your steps toward a life of purpose and depth. This vision is not passive dreaming, but an active, burning commitment to cultivate a mind that can hold complexity without chaos. Purpose anchors your mental sovereignty. When your attention is tied to a mission larger than fleeting gratification, distractions lose their power. Purpose filters the noise, revealing only what serves your evolution. Discipline transforms intention into embodiment. It is the repeated daily practice of focus, the ritualistic return to presence amidst temptation to scatter. Discipline builds resilience and carves neural pathways of concentration. Action is the expression of your mental autonomy. It is the deliberate choice to engage with the world on your terms, to protect your inner sanctum, and to nurture your creative capacities. Through action, your mind becomes not a victim of noise, but its master. Gratitude opens the heart and softens resistance. It cultivates a mindset of abundance, transforming the challenge of focus into a joyful pursuit of presence and meaning. Adaptability ensures your practices evolve with your life. It teaches you to bend without breaking, to integrate new challenges without losing center, and to flow gracefully with the currents of change. Resilience fortifies your mental fortress. It empowers you to recover swiftly from lapses in focus, to withstand external chaos, and to maintain calm in the storm. Learning propels you forward, inviting you to refine your techniques, expand your awareness, and deepen your mastery over distraction. Building a mind unbothered by noise is the ultimate act of self-liberation. It frees you from the tyranny of endless input and restores the sacred space where creativity, wisdom, and peace reside. Stand now in this power. Guard your mind as the precious sanctuary it is, and become the unwavering presence in a world drowning in noise. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to forge an unbreakable shield, not against the world itself, but against the endless onslaught of meaningless chatter, sensationalism, and distraction designed to fracture your attention and scatter your soul. This shield is born from conscious choices, daily disciplines, and an unyielding commitment to protect your inner sanctum. Imagine your mind as a sacred temple, every thought, every focus, every breath, an act of worship. To let noise infiltrate this temple is to invite chaos into your sanctuary. Yet the modern world bombards you relentlessly, as if your attention were a commodity to be harvested. To reclaim it, you must become a vigilant guardian. The mindset required for this task is both fierce and tender. Fierce enough to say no to what diminishes your clarity, tender enough to nurture the moments of stillness where true insight arises. This balance is the essence of mental mastery. Belief fuels this vigilant mindset, the belief that your attention is sacred, that your thoughts have power, and that your peace is non-negotiable. Without this foundational belief, the tides of distraction will inevitably pull you under. Clarity acts as your inner lighthouse, slicing through the fog of overwhelm to reveal what truly deserves your focus. It empowers you to discern the signal from the noise, the substance from the superficial. Vision serves as your North Star, guiding your mental energy toward creation rather than consumption. This vision anchors you in purpose, reminding you that every moment of attention is a choice to build or to dissipate. Purpose deepens your resolve, connecting your mental discipline to a larger mission that transcends triviality. Purpose transforms focus from a personal struggle into an act of collective significance. Discipline is the daily forge where your mental armor is shaped. It is the ritual practice of mindfulness, the habitual turning away from distraction, and the relentless return to presence. Action actualizes your discipline. It is the courageous step of unplugging, setting boundaries, and engaging with the world on your own terms. Action transforms passive resistance into active sovereignty. Gratitude softens your journey, opening your heart to the richness of mindful living and the gifts hidden in silence and solitude. Adaptability grants you grace amid chaos. It teaches you to flow with disruptions without losing your core focus, to bend without breaking, and to evolve without compromising your clarity. Resilience is the backbone of mental fortitude, enabling you to recover quickly from distraction, withstand external pressures, and maintain peace in turbulent times. Learning keeps your mind sharp and your practice is effective. It invites curiosity and humility, transforming setbacks into wisdom and challenges into growth. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to reclaim your birthright as a conscious creator of reality. It is the ultimate expression of self-mastery and freedom in an age designed to fragment and distract. Rise now as the architect of your attention, defend your mental sanctuary with unwavering resolve, and become the calm, clear presence that the world desperately needs. Every moment you choose to protect your mind from noise is a moment you reclaim your power. This is not passive resistance, but an active, deliberate cultivation of focus, a sacred discipline that demands you rise above the clamor and claim your rightful space of clarity. The mind, unbothered by noise, is like a deep well, still on the surface, yet teeming with life beneath, a reservoir of insight, creativity, and resilience. Nietzsche called upon us to become the creators of our own values, to forge meaning in a world indifferent to our existence. In this task, the construction of a mind unbothered by noise becomes an act of profound creation. It is building a citadel of thought, a sanctuary where your vision is nourished and your purpose is unshakable. The modern age bombards you with an endless stream of stimuli engineered to fragment your attention. Social media scrolls like a river of chaos, news cycles pulse with fear and outrage, and the distractions of comfort pull you into shallow waters. To remain unmoved by this flood is a rebellion, a reclaiming of the ancient wisdom that mastery begins with mastery of the self. Your mindset is the battleground where this mastery unfolds. It demands rigorous training, not just of the intellect, but of the will. You cultivate habits of deep listening, of conscious breathing, of discerning consumption. You learn to say no to what dilutes your focus, and yes to what fuels your growth. Belief anchors you in this journey. The belief that your mind is a sacred temple worth guarding, that your clarity is a gift to the world, and that your peace is non-negotiable. This belief turns every distraction into a test of your resolve. Clarity is your sword. It cuts through the noise, exposing illusions and false urgencies. It reveals the difference between the urgent and the important, guiding you to invest your mental energy where it matters most. Vision lights your path. It is a powerful image of a mind clear and focused, a mind that creates rather than consumes, that leads rather than follows. This vision compels you to cultivate depth in a world obsessed with breadth. Purpose roots your efforts in something greater. It transforms mental discipline from a personal battle into a contribution to collective awakening. Your focused mind becomes a beacon, illuminating the path for others lost in distraction. Discipline is the forge where your mental strength is shaped. It is the sacred commitment to practice presence daily, to return to stillness amid chaos, and to protect your attention like the most precious currency. Action is the manifestation of your sovereignty. It is the bold step to disconnect from the noise, to set boundaries, and to engage with the world deliberately and authentically. Action turns intention into reality. Gratitude opens your heart to the richness found in silence and focus. It cultivates joy and humility, allowing you to appreciate the depth of each moment fully. Adaptability grants you grace to navigate life's inevitable interruptions. It teaches you to flow with challenges without losing your center or compromising your clarity. Resilience is your fortress, empowering you to recover swiftly from distraction and to sustain your mental peace amid external turbulence. Learning fuels your evolution, inviting humility and curiosity to refine your practices and deepen your mastery. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to reclaim your essence in a world designed to scatter it. It is the ultimate act of self-mastery, a beacon of presence and power in turbulent times. Step into this power now. Guard your mind with fierce devotion and become the calm, unwavering force that shapes your destiny and inspires the world. The path to a mind unbothered by noise is neither linear nor effortless. It demands you confront your own shadows, the impulses to react, to cling, to seek validation through the endless chatter. Jung taught that the integration of shadow is essential to wholeness. To master your mind, you must bring light to the parts of yourself that feed on distraction and uncertainty. Only then can you transform these shadows into sources of strength and insight. Cyphoria, the intoxication of constant stimulation, preys on the restless soul. It whispers promises of connection and escape, but delivers fragmentation and fatigue. To rise above it, cultivate the discipline of deliberate disengagement. Create sacred spaces of silence where your mind can breathe, reflect, and renew. These moments are not empty. They are the fertile ground for creativity and clarity. Your mindset is the compass guiding you through this terrain. It must be trained to recognize the subtle pulls of distraction and the deep calls of purpose. Through mindfulness and intention, you build resilience against the noise. This mental training transforms your attention from a fragile resource into an abundant wellspring. Belief is the lodestar of this journey. It is the unwavering conviction that peace of mind is attainable, that focus is a power you can cultivate, and that your inner world is worth defending. This belief fuels your persistence and silences the inner critic that doubts your capacity. Clarity emerges from this cultivation. It reveals the contours of your true priorities and the deceptive nature of distractions. Clarity is the lens through which you view your mental landscape, allowing you to navigate with precision and grace. Vision ignites your commitment. It is the compelling image of a mind that stands firm, that creates without chaos, and that embodies wisdom and presence. This vision propels you forward, even when the noise intensifies. Purpose grounds your discipline in meaning. It connects your efforts to a mission larger than yourself, transforming mental focus from a personal endeavor into an act of collective awakening. Discipline is the daily ritual that sustains your mental sovereignty. It is the consistent practice of returning to center, of choosing presence over reaction, and of nurturing your cognitive well-being. Action gives form to your intention. It is the conscious setting of boundaries, the deliberate management of inputs, and the fearless commitment to cultivate silence amidst the storm. Gratitude enriches this process. It opens your heart to the gifts found in stillness and sharpens your awareness of progress, fostering joy and resilience. Adaptability ensures your mind remains flexible and responsive. It allows you to flow with life's unpredictability without losing your core focus or peace. Resilience empowers you to withstand setbacks and distractions, to recover swiftly, and to maintain your course with unwavering determination. Learning keeps your practice alive and evolving. It invites humility, curiosity, and refinement, transforming every challenge into an opportunity for growth. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to reclaim the sacred space where your truest self dwells, a place of power, creativity, and profound peace. Stand now as the guardian of your attention. Protect your mental sanctuary with unwavering devotion, and become the still, radiant presence that anchors a world overwhelmed by noise. In cultivating a mind unbothered by noise, you awaken to a truth often overlooked. Your attention is the gateway to your reality. What you focus on expands, shapes your emotions, your decisions, your destiny. In this way, noise is not merely external chaos. It is the subtle thief of your power, siphoning your energy away from creation into reaction, from presence into confusion. The ancient philosophers knew this. Marcus Aurelius urged the Stoic discipline of guarding one's thoughts like a fortress. Machiavelli, too, understood that power begins with control over oneself before others. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to claim mastery over the most potent domain, your inner world. But mastery is not dominance. It is harmony. It is learning to dance with distraction without being led astray. Like the great composers crafting symphonies from silence and sound, you learn to weave focus and release into a dynamic balance. This balance is your sanctuary. Your mindset becomes a crucible where distraction is transformed into discernment. You cultivate the capacity to distinguish urgent from important, signal from noise, and then act with precision. This mental alchemy is forged through consistent practice and fierce intention. Belief is the fire that ignites your resolve. Without belief in your right to peace and clarity, the pull of chaos becomes overwhelming. This belief fortifies your boundaries and empowers your daily rituals of focus and renewal. Clarity emerges as the natural fruit of this process. It strips away the clutter of competing demands and exposes your true priorities, your deepest values. Clarity is the lighthouse that guides your attention safely through the stormy seas of distraction. Vision is the magnetic pole of your inner compass. It draws your focus toward creation, purpose, and growth. This vision is not passive daydreaming, but active intention, a call to embody the highest version of yourself amid a noisy world. Purpose anchors your mental sovereignty in meaning. It ensures that your discipline is not an isolated act of self-control, but a contribution to a larger narrative of transformation for yourself and for others. Discipline is the daily drumbeat of your practice. It is the sacred repetition of choices that protect your attention, turning off unnecessary noise, setting boundaries, engaging deeply with what matters, and resting when needed. Action is the manifestation of your sovereignty. It is the deliberate disengagement from distractions and the courageous commitment to cultivate silence, focus, and presence. Gratitude softens and deepens your journey. It transforms the sometimes harsh discipline of focus into a joyful embrace of what is, fostering resilience and sustained motivation. Adaptability grants you fluidity. It teaches you to move with life's inevitable interruptions without losing your center, to recalibrate quickly and return to calm focus. Resilience is your fortress against overwhelm. It empowers you to recover swiftly from lapses in attention, external chaos, and internal agitation, maintaining mental peace. Learning keeps your mind evolving. It invites humility, curiosity, and continuous refinement of your focus strategies, deepening your mastery over distraction. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to reclaim your true power, the power to create your reality from the stillness within, to live fully awake amid the storm of modern life. Rise now into this power. Guard your attention fiercely and become the unshakable calm in a world desperate for clarity. This is your invitation to reclaim your mind, the most precious territory you own. To build a mind unbothered by noise is to become the master of your own story, the captain steering your life through turbulent seas with unwavering calm and clarity. It is to transform chaos into order, distraction into focus, and overwhelm into peace. Know this, the world will never stop shouting. The noise will always press in from all sides, but the power to choose what touches your mind, that is yours alone. When you claim this power, you create a sanctuary within, an unbreakable fortress where your vision, your purpose, and your peace reside. So stand now with fierce conviction. Guard your attention like the sacred flame it is. Nourish your mind with clarity and discipline. Let no distraction steal your peace, no chaos dim your light, because when your mind is unbothered by noise, you become unstoppable. You become a beacon of calm in a storm, a source of wisdom in the clamor, and a force of creation in a world desperate for clarity. This is your moment. Claim it, own it, and live with the fearless clarity of a mind truly free.